Hi everyone, I'm really happy to be back with this new video and thank you for joining me. In this video I'm going to talk about, well, the energy of September. We have two powerful eclipses happening in September, but also more globally the season of autumn and even furthermore the rest of the year, because you will see that this wave of energy that we are feeling right now will really be felt throughout the end of 2025. So first of all, we are currently really beginning to feel that there is this huge wave of closure for the collective. We are all closing this final chapter. This is a year 9. This is the end of a 9-year cycle. And why am I saying final chapter? Simply because the transition that we are going through right now, so from 2025 to 2026, is probably one of the transitions, one of the most important ones that we've had since many years in this ascension process, I would say. And it's absolutely crucial to not miss the boat for what is offered to us right now. So we had a very intense summer, as you have probably seen. We had really this peak of intensity energetically, and also the Lionsgate portal, which was pretty intense. And this really created this huge, like a huge tsunami and like a huge wave of healing that is now kind of rolling out through the collective, through this planet, and that we will be feeling for the rest of the year 2025. And what is really specific to the month of September are these two eclipses. So we have on the 7th of September a total lunar eclipse in Pisces, and on the 21st of September, so just before the autumn equinox, we have a partial solar eclipse in Virgo. So it is the Pisces-Virgo axis in astrology. For the total lunar eclipse in Pisces, what we may feel is that it is, again, an ending that is happening. And what I'm feeling is the end of the great illusion on this planet. It is the end of the illusion of this matrix that has dominated this planet. So it's really like the veil, or like the wall, is starting to crumble, to disappear more and more. And people are able to realize that it is all an illusion, and therefore connect much more to the divine. So it's always these two energies. When it's the illusion that is falling away, then obviously we connect back to the truth of who we are, the truth of where we come from, the truth that is the divine that rules over everything in this cosmos. So that's one thing. And the other eclipse we have on the 21st of September in Virgo, it's more about these closing doors, but also opening a door. So it's there's quite a paradox there. These closing doors, because we are in this healing energy of Virgo, obviously. So this eclipse on the 21st will really open a door for us to feel and go through this deep healing for the coming months till the end of this year. And because we are closing such a big chapter of our lives, there might be a lot of things coming up. You know, a lot of things are bubbling up again, and probably things that we already have visited in the past. Traumas, wounds, shadow aspects coming back. But this time, what is really felt, we are really going deep into the layers, because there is this closure, this energy of closure really happening. So we might be challenged. A lot of people are challenged right now. We might feel fearful. We might feel stressed out. We might feel anxious. And simply also maybe we don't understand why we still need to go through these phases that are very uncomfortable and sometimes can be felt, can be quite dark, let's say, to say the least. So what we might feel also is that there is this kind of, almost a kind of pressure or acceleration of energies, because we are really pushed to heal all of this before the end of 2025, because 2026 is really the beginning, the start of a new era that we will see will be born collectively and individually. So a really, really powerful new energy that will be felt in 2026. So in order to access that, we are really asked now to say goodbye, and there might be this kind of this kind of pressure or acceleration of energy that everything happens at once. A lot of things are happening at the same time, and it can be really felt quite heavily. But also what is interesting is to see globally is that gradually we are still seeing, a lot of chaos on this planet, certainly, but more and more we can feel that peace is really coming, like there's something much more peaceful that is in the background, that is gradually arriving on this planet. And I would really suggest to connect to that energy, because it's really going to help us to get through all of these last months of 2025. So what we may feel during this period, several things. So first of all, really this feeling of sinking down back into things that we don't want to experience anymore. So repeating patterns, maybe some shadow aspects that we've already addressed in the past, but they are coming back, they are coming forward again, because there are still very deeper layers, let's say, that we need to address, which can be quite confusing, which could also induce like a lot of impatience, sometimes anger, or simply like not understanding why we still need to go through these uncomfortable processes. And that there can also be like the dark night of the soul coming up again for certain people, and that's never easy. That's always like really this feeling of sinking down into the shadow, into darkness, and not seeing the light anymore. So in those moments, it's really important also to know that it is not eternal, that there is a beginning, there is the process, and then there is an end to the dark night of the soul, whether we already experienced some processes like that, or it's the first time. And more specifically, what we experience because we are seeing these deeper layers of our shadow aspect coming to the surface again, it's very unconscious stuff, and for most of us it's also patterns that we've built actually in our childhood, because we've all been through traumas or wounds or difficult challenges when we were children. We actually built this survival mechanism, and this survival mechanism is now, let's say, coming to an end as well. We really need to say goodbye to these patterns. This is why when we feel that everything is coming back to the surface, let's take a deep breath and just allow these patterns to be let go of. And it can be difficult because specifically for a lot of us, it also talks about control patterns. Because when we feel insecure when we are children, we build up control patterns, we build up these survival mechanisms, and they are almost like barriers that we put between us and the world to protect us. So it's not like judging that. It's totally normal. That's how we survived all these years. But what the invitation right now is just to let go of these barriers, to let go of this system of control we hold within. And of course, this system of control is a reflection of the system of control of the matrix out there. So the more we are able to let go and to let down all these barriers and to free ourselves, to free our inner child in a way, to free ourselves to feel more freedom and more lightness in our lives, then we are able also to witness that the systems of controls are actually really crumbling and are starting to disappear more and more on this planet. But it starts really with us, starts within. So if you are going through these kinds of challenges right now, or these kinds of patterns, know it is okay. Do not judge. Just allow yourself to let go of these systems of control that you've built inside for so long. There can also be a feeling of nostalgia right now, because we are closing such a big chapter of our lives. So again, nostalgia of the past, nostalgia of certain memories we have of childhood or our teenage years, or even like the last 9 years, actually, because it really relates to the 9-year cycle as well. So maybe events that happened to us, or people that we met, or anything that's inducing this kind of nostalgia. And what is really interesting with nostalgia is that it comes from a Greek word. I can't remember exactly which one, but I'll put it on the screen, I think, which means the suffering of coming home. So it is when we are reminiscing, you know, like the moments we passed in our homes with our family when we were younger, that it creates this kind of bittersweet suffering, let's say. And of course, because we are closing this final chapter, we are maybe saying goodbye to these places, we are maybe saying goodbye to certain people, because there's also a very big theme around relationships, and saying goodbye to certain relationships, whether it's family, friends, or sentimental. And parallel to that, there is also this kind of fear of the future, because we can start to feel that, in fact, 2026 is really a year, a total year of renewal. But when we say renewal, it's also the unknown. We don't know what is, awaiting for us. So it can create also fear and anxiousness. And I would say that, as an advice, just to become aware that very often we are either reminiscing the past, like this nostalgia of the past, or we are anticipating the future. We are fearful of the future. We don't know what is coming. We fear the unknown. And so we are always either in the past or in the future, but we are never in the present. So the invitation is also to become more aware of this pattern and actually feel that what is truly secure for us is the present moment. That the present moment is our refuge in a way. And the present moment is like coming home. Like literally, we talked about nostalgia, the suffering of coming home. Well, the present moment is not the suffering of coming home. It is the joy of coming home. It is the peace of coming home. And of course, when we are in the present moment, we are connected to the divine. We are connected to oneness. We are connected to the only time that exists, which is the present moment. And there we can really find comfort, we can find peace, we can find unconditional love, we can find who we truly are as well. So really, bear that in mind when you kind of become aware that you are too much in the past or too much in the future, is really to come back with your full awareness in the present moment. And again, really, we are invited to let go, let go, let go, let go. And also be really allowing and embracing whatever we are going through. It is really like this stream of emotions, or this stream of thoughts, or whatever we are really experiencing in the moment, that we need to really allow just to circulate. The more we let go, the more we let the energies flow, and the more there is this lightness also that can be felt. And this is really the process of ascension. So this 9-year cycle, this end of this 9-year cycle, as I said in the beginning, is probably one of the most important transitions that we are going through as a collective for the past, maybe 2 decades or something. And of course this transition, this ascension will continue. So it's been happening for several decades, and it will continue to happen over several decades as well. But this is like the crucial point. This is like the turning point for me. And it's important not to miss the boat. And this leads to a kind of warning as well, which is when we go through these challenging times, when we go through deep healing, when we go through shadow work again, or, you know, like things resurfacing, the danger is to actually sink with to sink into the darkness, to sink into the negativity. And when this happens, when we feel kind of trapped in this like dark negative energy, then we are more connected to the dark negative energy that still exists on this planet, and we might have more trouble to get out of it. So no worries, don't be afraid. It's okay to allow ourselves to go deep and to really feel all the emotions that we need to feel, but just to be aware that we need to always have in mind that there is a way out, and the way out is always the light of divinity. The light of divinity is the only way out. And the light of divinity is always there for us. So really we should bear that in mind during these periods, because as I said, the only danger is to remain stuck in that dark energy, and therefore to be in this never-ending cycle of, you know, seeing only the negative on earth and being connected to the negative energy on earth, and not finding our way through till we rejoin the light. There is a huge, real new potential for 2026 on a collective and personal level, like big doors opening up for everyone. So let's make sure that we don't miss the boat. let's make sure that we actually process all we need to process till the end of the year, because what awaits us in 2026, starting in 2026, is absolutely gorgeous. It's absolutely amazing. I'm really feeling this energy of openness, of lightness, of joy. And the paradox is that what we are experiencing currently is that we are saying goodbye to a lot of things of our past. We are closing this final chapter. We are, you know, wrapping things up. But at the same time, we can also connect to what is yet to come. We can really connect to our aspirations, our dreams, our projects. We can really also feel that for certain people there may be, you know, like leaps of faith also to make, or decisions to make for next year. Because as I said in one of my previous videos, 2026 is going to be a year where we are going to really be moving a lot, like physically and obviously internally. But there's a lot of movement, there's a lot of new stuff coming in, and probably things that we've never seen before as well, or, you know, like things that will manifest for us that never happened before in our lives. And so the real harvest for us as light workers, those who have been on the path for so long, the real harvest for me is 2026. That's when really we are going to be able to harvest all the hard work that we've been doing, all this journey, you know, this past journey that we've been through. And it's really going to open up a lot of great opportunities for a lot of us. So the best is yet to come. Really have faith in that. And let's have faith in this very deep and powerful process that is being offered to us also right now till the end of the year. So I hope all this information was useful for you and will help you to get through these times. And I'm going to say goodbye for now, because this is my last YouTube video before I welcome my new baby. So I don't know when I'll be back, but I'll be back soon. And in the meantime, take care. Sat Nam. See you soon.